A billionaire CEO sat in his glass tower, confident that no one in the world could shake his empire. But one evening, a phone call in German from a girl everyone called the poor kid would flip his entire life upside down. And when the truth came out, the whole city stood frozen. In a small town on the edge of the city lived Lena, a quiet teenage girl with messy braids and hand-me-down clothes. She worked evenings at a bakery, scrubbing trays and sweeping floors while the wealthy kids from her school drove by in shiny cars, laughing at her as though her poverty defined her worth. They mocked her accent, her second-hand shoes, and the way she always carried old books under her arm. But Lena never fought back. Instead, she poured herself into languages and literature. She spent every free moment at the public library, teaching herself German, French, and Italian, whispering foreign words under her breath as the world ignored her. What no one knew was that Lena's mother had once been a brilliant linguist in Germany before tragedy struck, and they fled to this small town with nothing but hope. One afternoon, Lena overheard some classmates gossiping. "Did you hear? The famous billionaire CEO, Alexander Krauss, is coming to town. He only speaks German with his inner circle. Imagine meeting him." They laughed, knowing someone like him would never glance at a poor girl like her. That night, while Lena sat by the bakery's back door counting coins for bus fare, she whispered to herself in fluent German. She didn't know fate was listening. Because miles away, Alexander Krauss, the iron-willed CEO of Krauss Enterprises, had a problem only Lena could solve. One evening, as Lena finished mopping the bakery floor, the shop's old landline phone rang. The owner waved at her to pick it up, too busy serving customers. Lena answered softly, and to her shock, a deep commanding voice spoke rapid German on the other end. The caller believed he had reached the local representative for Krauss Enterprises, not a bakery. Lena's heart raced. It was Alexander Krauss himself. Without hesitation, Lena responded, in flawless German. Silence filled the line. Then Alexander said, astonished, "Who are you? Your German is perfect, better than my executives." Lena stuttered, admitting she was just a bakery helper. But Alexander wasn't the type to waste time. He asked her to translate a critical business deal live, right there on the phone. If she failed, millions would be lost. If she succeeded, everything would change. Her hands trembled as she juggled trays of bread and a notebook, translating contracts between Alexander and his German partners. Her voice was calm, confident, and precise. By the end of the call, the billionaire said one sentence that made her freeze. "Young lady, you've just saved me $20 million. Tomorrow morning, you will come to my office. Do not refuse." The next day, Lena walked into Krauss Enterprises wearing her plain clothes while executives in suits whispered and sneered. But when Alexander Krauss himself walked out of the boardroom, he stopped, saluted her with respect, and said loudly so everyone could hear. "This girl may look poor, but she has a gift worth more than any fortune. From this moment on, she is part of my team." Gasps filled the hall. The same kids who mocked her in school saw her face on the news that evening. Poor teen becomes CEO's right hand after German phone call. But the story didn't end with wealth or fame. Lena used her new position to fund scholarships, open libraries, and teach languages to children from poor backgrounds, ensuring that no child with a gift would ever go unnoticed again. And for Alexander Krauss, the ruthless billionaire, that one unexpected phone call reminded him of the most important truth: talent and heart can be found in the most unlikely places.